Why am I such a proponent of semen retention? Now, you guys know I'm not the type to, like try to do some clickbait titles like semen retention will solve every problem. Semen retention will do this and that. But on some level, it will help, and if a problem can be solved, it will solve the problem. How? What? If you just don't lose your semen, it's going to do all that? No, it's more deeper than that. Here's the thing. You can't just, if you do semen retention, you can't just like live the rest of your life stupid and ignorant. You can't, because when you're preserving your ojas, that's going to elevate your consciousness. You're going to be getting an upgrade whether or not you realize it. Doesn't matter. You're going to be getting higher level. When you get higher level, wisdom starts to bleed through into all areas of your life. Automatically, you're going to start to look at what you eat. For example, you can't eat, you're going to be more sensitive. You can't just eat junk food and just be oblivious about it. Something's going to notice, like, wait, why am I eating this? Makes me dull, makes me more tired, lowers my vibration, you see? That analysis is going to happen automatically. And then you're going to apply that automatically, see, to the rest of your life. Who am I hanging out with? What's my environment like? Where am I going out on the weekends? The girls that I'm with, like, that I think I like, do I really like them? What are my hobbies? What are my, man, I can go on and on. Literally everything. Working out in the gym. Do I really need to go to this gym? Or do I want to do like calisthenics out in the park or the beach? That feels better. Maybe I'm going to do that. Why I want to go to the gym and be around a bunch of egomaniacs? It's like being around a bunch of vampires all hungry for blood, meaning attention, but yet it's all vampires. There's no victims because everybody's doing the same thing. I went to a swingers party once, several years ago. It wasn't I guess it was. What it was a nudist resort, but on the weekend, Saturday night, it transformed into a swingers party. Everybody would have sex and all that stuff, And I was just curious, like I wanted to know what it was like. And so I went. I didn't participate because I didn't feel anything. It was like there was no allure. Everybody, they're all exhibitionists. They all want to have sex and they want you to watch them. But they're all there for the same thing. This is what I realized. I'm like, damn, these people are starving for blood and they can't get any. And then I remember my dreams at night, man, they were like, because people ask me about dreams sometimes. The dreams are, it's a way your subconscious is cleaning itself because of all the impressions we get from just living life. There's so many impressions you pick up you're not even aware of. So that night though, man, there was all these sexual images. It was like my mind was being purged of that poison that I absorbed for, 3 hours or something. I didn't have a wet dream. There was no arousal. It was just being purged of poison, basically. All right, so, we're talking about, though, how semen retention will basically obliterate all your insecurities and low self-esteem. Yeah, that's what the title's going to be. Because anybody who's doing PMO is going to have low self-esteem and insecurity and feel inadequate and insecure. Like, there's no way around it. Even the people that will claim, no, man, I'm on point, I'm cool. See, if you're feeling insecure, you're at a higher level than they are. They're not even yet in touch with how they feel to even know that that's how they feel. Some people are so steeped in addictions and bad lifestyle habits and dopamine stimulation, they don't even know what ground zero is. When you start doing semen retention, you go back to ground zero. And so then you got to build back up. Ground zero for most of us when we first stop is kind of low because we've been doing all these things for, could be years, decades, escaping from ourselves. So our nervous system's down because like we've been hitting it with the stimulation, the dopamine over and over again for years. So the nervous system's used to getting this kick. Now we're not giving it to it. So it's going to default back to its like original low settings before we even started doing it. That's why we did it in the first place, to try to get a kick, because we felt low, but we were doing the wrong things to get a kick. That's okay, we got to do that. Like, there's no way around that. You got to be stupid and ignorant for a while before you can start to wake up and have some wisdom. There's no way around that. No need to feel guilty and saying, oh man, I wasted my life. No, like everybody has to do that. So, this lust and this just addiction to dopamine stimulation via PMO, via sexual fantasies and edging and all that, that core level lust that starts all that, this is the main thing that's responsible for insecurity on any level. If you stop that, if that was somehow vanquished from your being, you're automatically going to be way up. Your notches, you're going to go way up in so far as your boost in self-esteem, feeling more secure, feeling more stable. Just that, just being free of lust. It sounds simple, but it's not easy. We have to go through the grind. But see, we're conditioned, especially in Western society, because with all this, the internet, and take classes, and you have good speakers who can sell you this nonsense, like just come to the class, we're going to show you the magical technique, and we're going to give you, you're going to get so much self-esteem and security, you can get like all the girls, all the money, all the everything. They don't mention anything about healthy lifestyle habits or semen retention or anything like that, or being free of addictions and dopamine stimulation. Nah, they're saying just do this technique. Don't be so naive. I mean, if you can't help it, you can't help it, but don't believe in that stuff. It's just not true. I mean, if you have any kind of rudimentary deep intelligence that you're aware of, you have it. The question is, are you aware of it? It will tell you there's no way that that can be like that. This self-esteem, security, stability that everybody wants, it's already in you. You just have to access it. How do you access it? By cleaning your life up and living a stable life. And if you get rid of the PMO addiction and the lust, that's core level. That's going to make it much easier, like I was talking about at the beginning of the video, I think. It's going to make it much easier to shape the rest of your life and lifestyle habits in a way that's conducive for boosting your self-esteem and security and stability. You see how that works? And then you don't need to, everybody has the cart before the horse. You don't need to be thinking about how can I get rich, how can I get money, how can I get a good girl. They're focused on that. No, you need to focus on how do I clean my inner life up so that then all these things is a byproduct of your life being cleaned up. You don't focus on the result. Like people are trying to figure out how do I like what's the technique to get the result I want? There's no technique. You live according to your authentic inner sanction. That has to kind of wake up though. People, you say that to some people, they don't even know what you're talking about because they're deep asleep. Again, that's okay. Like we have to be asleep before we can wake up. I was going to say something about something. The money, this whole manifestation thing. You notice how popular that category is? If I made a manifestation channel, I bet I would, well, I couldn't because it's not true, but I'm just saying, I bet that would just take over. It'd get more hits from that than my other channels. Everybody's obsessed with manifestation. They're obsessed with trying to get their ego projections met because they think that's going to make you happy. Again, look at all the celebrities that have killed themselves or in mental hospitals or deeply depressed. They got everything they want. Doesn't make you happy. You get right inside, you're not even going to think about manifestation anymore. Isn't that nice? That's free. You're gonna come to see, not believe. Maybe you first That's the first step, believe. But then you're going to see directly. You're like, whoa, what? I don't even need to think about manifesting anything, because everything, when I'm right inside, I'm going to get everything that I'm supposed to get anyway. Like, why am I going to like waste my time and energy trying to manifest something? Like, all I got to do is stay right inside, and the divine's going to give me whatever's best for me, because the divine that created me and that's running my life, it knows what's best for me, not my mind. Most of the time, if we get the things we think we really want, we get bored, or they make us unhappy. They never work out like we thought we anticipated they were. Don't trust your mind so much. Give your life up to existence. It created you. It's taking care of you. That's my message.